All right, my beautiful people, welcome mystics. My name is Carly and welcome back to my channel. I want to get right into it. I've got my Angelite sitting on my deck here and it stimulates your third eye and your throat chakra. So I've pre-shuffled the deck, but I'm going to go ahead and give it another shuffle. Um, It is a beautiful day here. I was able to have my windows closed today because it's cooled off. Unlike the rest of Los Angeles, it's 77 degrees here, and it feels downright chilly after the heat wave we've been having. I almost put on a sweater. So here we go. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give the collective divine messages for their highest good. We welcome you and thank you for being here. Please protect this space from all and any negative energy. I'm using the little bell today because my cat Odie is sleeping back there in the drawer and he really does not like the big bell. So let's get into it. Let's see what the theme of your reading is. You are, you've been resilient, you've been diligent, you've been loyal, you've stood by, you're a bit battered and bruised, but you're coming out of this energy where you feel the need to defend yourself. This is a kind of defense mechanisms that happen, after trauma. These are the walls we put in place to protect ourselves from things that we've experienced in the past. But you have it in reverse, so you're coming out of this energy and you're seeing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that like maybe these defenses that you put up to protect yourself are no longer necessary because you're not in the same place as you were. You're not in the same place that you were, and like now it's time to let more people in. It's time to be open to receiving, and it's time to find your people. So you can't find your people when you're like this. So you're coming out of this now. Let's see here. What does Spirit want to tell you? Oh, confidence, Queen of Swords. You're building your confidence. You've built your confidence. You're more confident. It's like you know who you are and you're rising above like this confusion, right? Like the dark clouds stand for confusion and things that you've gone through, but you're rising above it. There's like one single bird here. Um and it's serene. It's like a serene, calm energy, and you are direct. You speak directly. The wool cannot be pulled over your eyes, and you can no longer be deceived. Um, and people can't confuse you. Like they can't, manipulate you, confuse you. Um, what was that? Yeah, Page of Swords. So it's like you're beginning to feel more optimistic. You're beginning to feel creative. You have an idea, a creative spark, and also it's just like a brand new sense of optimism and joy. You're still in the beginning phases of this. This Page of Wands, he's surrounded by deserts and three pyramids, and so perhaps it's like I don't usually get this, but perhaps you're going after these mysteries, these things that you have always wondered about, these icons that entrance you, and you want to go and find out like more. There's more to life, right? There's more to life, and you want to unveil these mysteries to find out what the universe has for you, what life has in store for you. You're done being guarded, and you're ready to like show up as a novice and like go after the things that you want, the things that will bring you joy. So that's really exciting. What else here? And I will clarify these messages, but let's get the initial spread onto the table and see what the universe really wants you to know at this time. Okay. What else, Spirit? Nine of Cups. So it is like a wish fulfillment. Like you are feeling emotionally balanced, right? It's like you're emotionally, you like your cups are in order, your emotions are in order, and now that you have this, there's only one more step to go for emotional, like full emotional fulfillment. It's like you are feeling very ready at this time to like go after what it is that you want and to add that last cup here to your collection so that you can really experience happiness, joy, bliss. So it's time to, if you don't know what your wish is, it's time to figure that out or make that wish or work on that wish. Like you're no longer in rest and reflection because you've thought about it. Like you've thought about it, you spent a lot of time, thinking, putting these on the shelves. You've gotten through these problems, and then you had to sleep on this one, but you're finally like, okay, I've processed my emotions, and I'm ready to find out what life truly holds for me. So you have here the lovers and the chariot. They were in reverse, but I feel like these are things, like these are some great mysteries in your life that you're willing to figure out. Like, you're willing to see if there's, someone out there or some people, you're finding your people that connect with you with this. Like you're willing to see, you're actually seeing that like you're worth it. You're seeing your value now and you're worth it, and you're ready to go out there after this trauma of possibly a past relationship, for a lot of you. And you're maybe in the past you were like had some tough relationships, some tough breakups, and you were like, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. Like the gain is not worth it. It's not worth it to go out there and find this love, find this connection. Um, but the universe is saying that there is something more for you here. Like you do deserve this deep connection, and the sky is lighting up for you to find it because you have divine timing, success, victory. Like you're actually very prepared and balanced for this. And the curtain here or drapery signifies like a divine mission because it's covered in stars, and he has the crown with the star and the hieroglyphics here. It's like I'm getting the feeling this is not what you expected. You may be going for other things, but this is not something that you were expecting for yourself to ever have again. um I'm getting the image of like when somebody has had like a pet pass. I mean, all of you know how difficult that is. Or if you've had several pets pass and you're just like, you know what, I can't have another pet because the pain of the grief is so difficult and it's so hard to overcome that I can't imagine having that loss again, right? And so it's like I just don't want to do it again. But if you think about it with your pets, the joy that you receive from a pet and the love you receive and the connection you receive is so great that it far outweighs the heartache that you receive because pets just don't live as long as we do. And like maybe in this case, like relationships don't last or haven't lasted for us in the past, and so we're like, feeling this defeat, there's no reason to try. But the universe is here to say that like a lot of you are going to find somebody, and like you don't have to think about this as forever, but like enjoying the connections you have while you have them without putting the pressure of like, is this like the one, is this, every connection is a divine connection, so you can trust. Like, yeah, a lot of you haven't received um reciprocal energy from connections in the past, or you feel like you've put out so much and not received back. But this is the universe saying it's divine timing, it just wasn't the right time. So like, I don't even think you're gonna have to try, like, be out there. Like, I'm not saying go out there and look for your mate or something like that, but I feel like this is just something that you're walking into. It's a wish fulfillment that you forgot about. And some of you, this may have been something that you wished for a long time ago, and it just wasn't time. It wasn't divine timing. I'm hearing a siren, And so that is confirmation. It wasn't time, but the universe doesn't forget about your wishes. It like keeps, a little Pandora's box of all your wishes. And then when you come into alignment, it pulls those wishes out of a hat and it brings it to you, even if it's something that you wish for that is long forgotten. So, like, many of you had wished for true love or true connection or, just somebody that understands you, somebody to talk to, like somebody to share your time with, somebody to share your life with. And so this gift is coming in now here, and you have like, this is the Six of Cups, and it's about making good memories. It's about enjoying the simple things in life. It can be about, yeah, making memories. Um, and like the sweetness that like that life has to offer. In this card, there's like a little boy offering a little girl some flowers. It's either that or they're like munchkins from Munchkinland, because they don't really look like children. They just look small, like small people. But so he's giving her these flowers, and it's like somebody's coming in to give you flowers. Like the universe is going to be gifting you flowers. And it's interesting because these flowers are all five pointed stars. They're not irregular flowers. Are they plumeria? Probably not, because these are made in France. I don't know what flower. Are they lily of the valley? Um, Either way, these are stars, and the stars are wishes, like wishes that you made upon a star, perhaps when you were young and very small. It's giving me like practical magic. If those of you who know the movie Practical Magic, she picks like this five-pointed white flower, and she's like, I'm trying to wish for like somebody that she'll never meet because um, she doesn't want to have her heart broken. So she wishes for the most impossibly perfect partner that she can imagine. And like the stars, you see her pull one, and then she has like a bowl, and all the flowers, the five-pointed flowers, they go into the sky, and they go off to this man who is a sheriff. I know most of you know this story, but it turns out to be that his magic weapon is the star of his sheriff badge. And so, like, so yeah, I'm getting goosebumps on my arms. I'm feeling that this is like, it's faded and it's magical and it's coming when you least expect it. Woo! And if you haven't seen Practical Magic, I suggest doing so. It's free on YouTube with ads, and then the movie is coming out on the 10th, like right after the 8/8 portal and right before the eclipse. So, like, the timing couldn't be better. This is the end of toxic relationships. This is not going to be a toxic relationship. As you know, like, the devil is a mirror of the Lover's card, and like you may have had toxic relationships in the past, but this is saying like, do not fear, this is not going to be a toxic relationship. You've recovered from these past relationships and the traumas you had, and like maybe the mind games that come with power struggles and relationships and things like that. Those are a thing of the past, because your relationship is going to be like simple, and you're going to enjoy the simple things, and you can trust that this person is going to be on your side. Um, wow. Oh my goodness. So I want to pull here one of these cards, Arcana Folia. And let's see if the universe will give us a message to go with this. Okay, universe, what does the collective need to hear? Reflection. Reflection reveals who you are. You're going to find somebody that is very much like you. You may have wished in the mirror for this connection as well, but you're going to be finding somebody that like mirrors your energy. It's 4/4, so that's an angel number. And also it has the flowers on here, the same flowers that are here. You're going to be finding somebody that is very much like you, that has also been wishing for somebody like you. This is so cute. I love this. Any other messages from this deck here? The Folia. Ooh. Energy, rush of excitement. Yeah, it's going to be bringing the energy. If you felt like things have been moving really slowly lately, like this person is going to make your heart pitter pat. Um, and it's going to give you like something to look forward to. It's going to give you energy. It's going to be a rush of excitement. I'm going to pull one more just for kicks. Information, pay attention to the details, right? So this may be somebody that you share information with, or that like you're going to be finding out information about this person. um, Pay attention to the details. Like the universe is going to be gifting you little clues when you meet this person. So pay attention to that. And I'm also getting, so they might be somebody that likes to read, or is like intuitive like you are. Okay, so let's clarify. Where did my clarifying deck go? Let's clarify some of these cards. I think it was like pretty right on the money. Let's see. I'm just going to pull some advice. I don't want this message to go too long. So, like, what is the advice here for the collective about this person, about this new love coming in? Okay, so you have your boundaries up, and like keep your boundaries in place, because anybody that tries to invade your boundaries or do things that are unacceptable to you, this is not the person. You have the Two Swords in reverse, and so the Two Swords is about making decisions, but in reverse, it's like I'm just getting the feeling that like this is going to take you by surprise, and it's not even going to be something that you have to decide on. Like it's not the person that is coming in is not going to put you in these positions. Okay, let's do some clarifiers here. Tell me, what is this Nine of Cups? What is this wish fulfillment here? Tell me more about this. Spirit, tell me about this Nine of Cups. Tell me about this wish fulfillment. Hmm. It's also feel. Oh, and there's going to be a lot of passion. This is going to be a really passionate person encounter. Like it's gonna, like I said, bring the energy, rush of excitement. This is gonna be somebody that really like piques your interest. And what can you tell me on the Lovers here? What do you have for the Lovers here? Yeah, very passionate energy. I think it's also going to be really fast moving. Like this is something you weren't expecting. It's going to come in quickly, and it's going to be very passionate. I feel like for most of you, you've been waiting a really long time, or just didn't think this was going to come in for you. On top of the Lovers, we have, it was a crumb. I think it was a cat treat. Um, yeah, like in past relationships, it wasn't reciprocal in nature, or you felt like you overgave yourself or overshared. But this person is going to overshare back, or like pour into you just as much as you pour into them. It's going to be reciprocal, and you've been waiting for this a long time. What about the Chariot? This is divine timing. The World is because you've closed out a chapter in your life. You finally, I think it's because you finally, you know, overcame like your thoughts in the matter. You finally like forgiven past relationships, or cut cords, or it's been enough time, and like, or you just finally changed. Like you released things, so many things this year that like, you can celebrate the end of this cycle where you were very alone, where you had to protect yourself. Like now's not the time. Now you're confident, and you can establish your boundaries and take the blinders off, and you've healed, and you've rested and reflected, and also it's given you new hope, right? You've healed and have renewed hope. This came in reverse, like it was in reverse, and now It's upright. So you've rested and reflected. I was already feeling that. And then what else here? So many dropped out. You're getting a second chance. Your love life is resurrecting here. I don't do a lot of love messages just because I feel like there's so much more to life. But in this case, like I said, it's coming in hot and you're not even expecting it. For some of you, you may also be getting a new pet instead of it. This could be a new love. You might be getting a new pet too because of that story I told. So, yeah, you're getting second chance or just another chance. You've resurrected, you've changed, you've come out of hiding, and you're not afraid to show yourself. You've also glowed up here with the star, and it's the beginning of like you think differently now. Like you have hope for the future, and you're not as cynical as you once were, and you kind of like you have a higher perspective. You can definitely understand what happened in past relationships. It's not as hard to think about, and you've processed it, and you've forgiven people for them not being in the right place to treat you the way that you needed to be treated. You've forgiven yourself for staying in relationships too long that you knew were not good for you. And then the hermit, and you've spent the time alone. You've cleansed your aura. You've found what lights you up for you. And that is amazingly attractive. This is what makes people attracted to you. Like, you are shining with like an inner light, and people want to see it. They want to experience it. They want to know more of it. And so you are like becoming very attractive. Or you are very attractive now. And this is divine timing. It is destiny. It is fate. So watch for those clues. What about the Six of Cups? Yes. You're clear. You're like a beacon of shining light. You are able to communicate. It's a new time to communicate with others, right? It's a new time to like share your ideas with somebody who can understand them. Like, it's your time to shine. And yeah, and you see yourself differently too. You're so confident now. What else about the Six of Cups? You're happier. You're happier. You're joyful, right? And the black fog, the gray fog is lifted. The fog is lifted, right? A black cloud or whatever. Like, your aura is literally cleansed. What else on the Six of Cups? Show me the good stuff, Spirit. Show me the good stuff. What is this Six of Cups? Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's because you're nurturing your hopes and dreams now, and you see how she's holding her giant teapot, and that stands for she is nurturing her dreams. Like you are nurturing your dreams, right? And I also think it's because you're not looking, right? Because you're so focused on your hopes and dreams. Um, and you're dipping your toes into intuition. You're ready now to love and nurture and care. And people see you as loving, nurturing, and caring, right? Like they see you as, potentially they see you as a lover. They see all the good things that you have to offer in a relationship. Give me something on the Devil reversed. I don't even know if I want to. We'll just do it. Why? So why are these toxic relationships in the past? Why is the Devil reversed? Why are you not attracting toxic energy? I think it's just because people see that you have your boundaries and they're like, oh, we can't take advantage of her. Like she's not a source of energy, or he's not a source of energy. Like, you know, for the energy vampires out there. Yeah, they're like, the energy vampires are like, nope, she's not the one. Like, we're not going to be able to take advantage of this person, and therefore, we find a easier victim, right? And this is you, like, you're able to suss up like the situations really quickly, and you know you're not attracting the same people, right? You're not attracting the low vibrational people because of your self-confidence, and you're not seen as like a mark or something anymore. um your vibrations, your frequencies have raised, and you're able to like take stock and inventory of a relationship really quickly, or of a person. You're able to see a person for who they are, like that. Like not today, not today. Like they can't come in um, because you see them too clearly, right? Any last advice here? How are they going to recognize this person, Spirit? How will they know? I mean, what are the clues that they need to be looking for? Well, I would say don't look for clues. Like, the lovers, right? Like, I think it's love at first sight. As silly as it sounds, like, this came in, the lovers, it's just gonna, you're just gonna know. It's just gonna feel right. The angels are on your side, they're on both of your sides, and it's gonna feel balanced, energetically balanced. You got the lovers. That's how you're gonna know who this person is, because you're gonna feel it, right? You're going to feel it. You're not going to have to guess. This person is going to be clear about their feelings for you. Um, there's not going to be red flags, and it's going to feel good. It's going to be vibrating high. So, like, the lovers came in on top of the devil reverse. So you're just going to know. And yeah. Ooh, so exciting. Let's get a magical message on this. I love these magical messages. What does the collective need to hear about this energy coming in, this new love coming in? What does the collective need to hear about this message? What advice do you have? Oh, okay. Cannot see a thing. Have the bravery and the curiosity it takes to dance gracefully with change. Chaos can be transformative. Yeah, for some of you, you don't look for a partner because you don't want to change your life. Like, it seems like a lot of work, right? But it says, have the bravery and curiosity it takes to dance gracefully with change. This chaos in particular can be transformative. Um, you know, Especially if this is something you weren't expecting, but it's like, I'm feeling like it's time. It's just time for those of you that have been single for a long time. Stop, you know, caring or even wanting this. And that's, oh, you know what I'm getting? Okay. Do you guys remember with Diane Lane, Under the Tuscan Sun, right? So, Under the Tuscan Sun, great movie if you have not seen it, also available on YouTube. And she gets divorced. It's like a really, like, just so difficult. It's a horrible divorce. She's living in this crappy apartment in New York City, and with all these other divorcees. That's besides the point. But she goes and she takes a trip to Italy, and she goes on a tour of Tuscany, and she starts following the glimmers, just like the message yesterday, the glimmers of, like, the synchronicities. And so one of the glimmers that she follows is this, you'll have to watch the movie, but she, like, gets off the bus. She sees this sign that's on the outside of a house for sale, and, like, something about the name of the house was like a sign that she had heard from a lady the day before. And so she's like, get off the bus. And she goes on the bus, and she gets off the bus, and long story short, she buys the house, right? And then at some point, she's like talking to her friend, and she's like, I have the house, you know, but I have no family to share it with. And so, like, I don't know what I'm doing. She's like having a nervous breakdown. Like, I don't know why I made this change in my life. And the woman says to her, getting goosebumps again. She's like, when you least expect it, when you're sitting in the garden, you know, you'll wake up with ladybugs everywhere. And so she goes through the whole year, and she's like, fixing her house. She's making food for her workers, and she ends up having a wedding in the house and all this stuff. And so at the end, she's like, there's a wedding, and she's taking a nap, and she wakes up. Actually, somebody comes up to her and they're like, hey, are you so and so? And she's like, I am. And she wakes up and there are ladybugs on her. And so, like, unfortunately, this is the end of the movie, but like, she's just met like the one. And she's like already had the love. She already had the children in her house. She already had the marriage in her house. And so at this point, she's not expecting anything. And that is the exact moment where love literally walks up onto her doorstep. And he's, and he's just like her. He's a fellow writer. He's like, I know you. I've read your work. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. This is your under the Tuscan sun moment. Ooh, those went flying. Invest your energy into your highest self. The more you invest, the more you will become. Yeah, work on yourself. Work on yourself, and that brings this energy in. What if your mess is your magic? What if they're two sides of the same door? Yeah, be yourself, because, you know, somebody is looking for what you have. Like, be yourself, be authentic, be your own messy self, and somebody is going to be attracted to that for sure. For sure. Okay, one more. Let's do a talk about it card. This is so exciting. I love this. Under the Tuscan Sun is my favorite like sick day movie. I watch it probably a couple times a year. Cracked shell. You're still whole. Even if things break, your core remains delicious. You're more than the mess. Keep going, right? What did this one say? What if your mess is your magic? You're more than your mess. You're still whole. Your core remains delicious. Yeah, keep going, right? So it's about like you've embraced your shadow work, like you have confidence in yourself because you like all the parts about you, even if they're sometimes a little bit messy. You're not like ashamed of parts of yourself. You're not hiding parts of yourself. You're not insecure anymore. You have self-confidence. It's amazing. Um, one more, Spirit. One more, Taco. Mystery meat. I'm not sure about this one. Check your facts. Something's off. Dig a little deeper before you bite. What's inside might surprise you. I have a feeling this is about yourself, like the way that you view yourself or the way that you used to view yourself. And also, like, if somebody is presenting red flags, they're not the one, right? Like, this person, there's not going to be any second guessing, right? You're going to know this person is the one right away. So if somebody comes in like a decoy, trying to pretend to be your one love bombing, I've got some of my cards of the day were about love bombing. They're not the one. Like, the person that comes in is going to be like you. They might be introverted. Um, they like to share information, right? Like, they're like you. They devour information. They might be neurodivergent like you, if you're neurodivergent, or they just like are a wealth of information, and you guys can just riff off each other for hours, like sharing your um, your interests. Nourishment while waiting. Yeah, take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. Exercise. Eat healthy. Like, continue to like drink water. Continue to like work on yourself, and then that helps to light your glow up. Like, it gives you the glow. Um, treat yourself well, and the sooner this is going to come in. Concentrate on yourself. And also nourish yourself, because you're going to be using a lot of energy once you meet this person. um, this is the Cara Elizabeth Animal Apothecary. One more here. I do really like this deck. And it's a really nice texture, too. They're like slippery, but not too... more. Come on. One more. Clear and concise messages. It's like, nope. Nope. One more. Maybe she doesn't have the right kind of love messages to go here. Well, I guess that's a no. You heard it here first. Love is on the way. Expect it when you least expect it. Ladybugs. That's your sign. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. See you next time.